Okay, the time is 8:46 a.m., October 2nd, 2025. So the sound machine is on. It's just unbearable in here. The heinous noise. The construction site is a good block away, half a block, and it's so fucking heinous. I don't want to get caught up in it. It's illegal. No city I've ever lived in would fucking allow it. I've done talking about the fucking crimes and criminality of this city, man. The construction site is set up for the compound. If it's happening on the pavement, it's certainly for the weapon system here. The weapon system here is a really big deal, but when they set up all the construction on the corner of Swan and 15th, right across the street where they house the agents, those are agents that they move in, that place gets completely hit with rockets. That was what I said, fighting with your ego. At that point, the evil Russian military, evil German military, evil US military, evil Iranians who set up this compound, I said, had the weapon system that was put here covertly. They never said to fight with your ego and blow it that far out of proportion. No. What they would have said to the DOJ, to Donald Trump and Biden and Putin, was just let me move out. Just let her move out. And they would have said that this whole 6 years. And they really would have said that once this place was empty. They would have said, let her save her money and just move out. Because I would have saved my little direct deposit, what I could, which is enough to save. Oh, certainly I could have saved plenty and been out by 3-4 months. They would have said that. I would have been out and in another rental, paying rent, blah, blah, blah. They would have said that to these fucking lunatics in the city. But they don't listen. They go die hard. They bring their construction. They go die hard. They fight with their ego, and they only increase the body count. They're going to get the city eviscerated because of it. This is combat, dude. What is a body count? What are elite forces here for? All right, so they would have said that. They would have said initially when I was witnessing homicides in here, just let her move out. The construction's getting louder and louder. They're so fucking illegal. Let me turn this up. And they would have said, don't set up construction here and go after through the city construction sites or the private. Don't do that. These are like really dangerous strategy fucking people. They're really evil, and the good guys had to handle that. They're really fucking dangerous. When they're around, I'm trapped and trapped and trapped and trapped and trapped. It's for my survival. And they're not exactly after me, but if I go offering myself up, running around, they'll fucking take complete advantage of that. This weapon system here is serious fucking business. It goes under the ground, and then, of course, it has SATs, and there's some sort of machinery here. And then I know how it operates, a lot of it too. And then they only made me a witness to more of it with the holes, the Swiss cheese wall that they must have. It's not a question of if they can, they have to have it. The evil military put it there initially. That German guy I said was walking around with a shaved head and blue eyes. I just made brief statements on this, but I'll never forget it. That went for 2 freaking weeks. I was trapped in here like you wouldn't believe. And I'll talk about all that suffering and trauma later because a person doesn't forget it. After that, the U.S. just took over. The evil bastards would say, don't make Swiss cheese out of it. Now it's on TV. Now it's on the internet. Now everybody knows about it. It is essentially supposed to be covert. It's illegal to have in a house. So it's just self-evident why you would say, don't set up construction. Just let the witness leave. Chase her around somewhere else. This is where you see how the Arabic terrorists went out of control here. The Saudi Arabian and the Putin, he's a white neo-Nazi dictator from Russia. So he went out of control. He started fighting with his ego. And you can see the similarities with Putin and Zelensky. The big mouth, the big statements, how they just get creamed and wiped out. Blasted in Ukraine, blasted in Russia. They just keep talking shit, going on TV. Dude, these men, I can't believe, are still fucking alive to do it. I'm very serious. I don't know how that's even happening. But the good military is in a really high math class, so I know I'm not going to bother, dude. I can't enlist in this class. I have to take a series of other math classes to even try. So I just try to stay calm, but there's a point where I need to be told something here. And I'm supposed to say this about the Pentagon Fed House. Now, I can film it later. Right now, there's no way I can stand, stick my face out, and certainly not stand and stick my camera to the window. Either one of these actions is not allowed. Later on, I'll film it. But this is what I'm supposed to say. I'll put it into the title. So if you don't hear it, at least you read it. Every time that backyard starts up, 1503, 1505, I'm not sure what one, I can't look, I'm not allowed. They drive into the Pentagon Fed. It's bam, bam, boom, 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 and then they enter into the Pentagon Fed. And every time the Pentagon Fed is in position in their house, the construction starts, either on Swan and 15th or one of these city sites, and certainly starts in 1503. And then you'll see, if they decide to do it, all this helicopter action throughout the day, and then I will witness endless combat in here. I always smell bodies, and I always detect and witness explosive weapons. Okay, goodbye.